Alrighty, hello and welcome to a new Let's Play that I'm going to be starting. Fire Emblem is still going to be updated and I'm still going to be doing that. I just figured it'd be nice, probably now that we're starting into meatier Fire Emblem chapters, if there can be a bit of a break every now and then. So I'm going to try and do it where like every Fire Emblem segment I upload a segment of this Let's Play. Speaking of which, I haven't said what it is yet because I'm being stupid, but even though you could probably read the YouTube title, let's find out what game we're going to be playing. Licensed by Nintendo, it's Konami. Before Konami went absolutely insane. And come on. Tell me you guys are ready for a good old Let's Play of the classic yet inviting Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. Because I know I'm ready for a Let's Play of it. Oh man, this is a fun game. I'm excited to start it because it's been a while since I played this. That said, I am going to be playing it on. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been a while. So I am going to be playing it on hard mode. This is maybe, possibly, not the original save file. This is going to be an already beaten file. From there, I forgot you have to put in a name. Let's do Slow, because my name is Slow, and that's what I like to be. Slow as a fucking snail. Anyway, there's going to be some introductory story elements to this. To be honest, the story is not a super duper big part of this game. It gives a nice little background for what you need to look for, but I'm not going to bother reading this. It's just kind of exposition. All you really need to know is that bad things are afoot and Dracula's reincarnation is soon approaching. So, also, this is technically the future because it's 2035, which is kind of strange because, I mean, obviously they couldn't predict the future entirely, but it doesn't really feel like they do too much with that future setting aside from keeping things like chronologically in pace with Dracula's resurrection or whatever. But that's neither here nor there, and I'm not here to analyze and dissect the plot. I don't actually consider myself a Castlevania fan outside of the GBA and the DS games, but that's neither here nor there. And where are we? Huh, look at that guy, look at this. This is going to be Soma Cruz, and believe it or not, he's our main character if you didn't read that scroll up text. Hoo boy, he's got quite the palette on him. This is Nina Hakuba, Japanese name, I don't know much to say. Whoa, what happened? Pleasant, no. Yeah, so this is kind of setting up where we are. If I'm not mistaken, well, actually I'll let the plot tell you where we are. Ooh, demanding. He's got a nice little convenient amnesia because he's in Dracula's fucking castle. We're in Europe. I love that that's his reaction. Yeah, no. Dracula's castle is located in the solar eclipse. Yeah, no, this is already kind of a bit much information to drop on the character, but believe me when I say this is about as weird as the plot will get. Oh no, it's the enemy. Oh, quite a bit of them, in fact. Okay. And there we go. I didn't actually do that. That was completely plot forced. And if you saw, we did get winged skeleton, which means we can throw spears now. We actually got that enemy's soul, believe it or not. And souls are going to be an integral part of this game. But I'll let Arikado, my main man, FBI Jukenya Arikado. Actually, I don't know if he's with the FBI or not, but he's with some government organization, probably with Japan, just based on the name. Anyway, he'll explain it. For what reason does a killer just have a beauty school? Okay, so he doesn't explain it. Thank you, Genya. I was kind of waiting on you to explain things, but whatever. So I will do the honors of explaining it then. Souls are going to be basically like our magic abilities in this game. If you've ever played a Castlevania game even once, then you'll know that you get like sub-weapons or stuff like that. That's what Souls are going to be. But in this game, rather than being limited to just like standard 6 to 8 sub-weapons, this is going to be one of the first games that allows us to have a wide plethora of different magical abilities we can use, which is definitely a nice, fun RPG element to the game. Not to mention the fact that this is going to be a non-linear, I'm trying to think of words right now, non-linear exploration-based game. So rather than your typical, like, let's look at the original Castlevania where that game had no exploration, you were just following a set path, here we get to explore wherever. Anyway, I just realized my controller's being a bit loud. But yeah, I am going to be playing with a controller. I'm going to try not to slam the stick too much, but no promises. Anyway, so my controls that I currently have it set to is A is jump, and then X is my Xbox controller button. It's going to be our attack button. The reason why I'm not playing this on keyboard is because it's kind of more inconvenient in my opinion, and I'm also more used to playing Metroidvania games on controllers. So, eh. Anyway, with that said, I know I mentioned it earlier, but I have not played this game in quite a bit of time, so a lot of this is going to be somewhat fresh for me, which should make it interesting, at the very least, in my opinion. And then, I glossed over it earlier, but I am going to be starting this on hard mode. Hard mode is not going to be that much different than normal mode. Main things to point out is that enemies are going to be taking less damage early on. Well, they'll be taking less damage in general. Come on now. But, this comes at the cost of you getting enemy souls a lot more commonly. I believe it's like, you get there's 20% less damage that they take, but it becomes like 50% more common to get enemy souls. I don't know. I think that's the estimate, but don't quote me on it. Either way, I'm not loving this little fucking, like, knife that we start with. It sucks, but, that's the beauty of this game, is that we do get to upgrade our equipment and abilities. We're going to start out pretty relatively weak for the first few segments, but we will get better, believe you me. Speaking of getting better, we're already getting a better weapon. So, knife I'm never using again. Oh yeah, axe. So now we got this baby. We can even cancel with it if we're good. Kinda. Anyway, short sword is going to be great. I'm going to be using it for a bit. I think there's an unbreakable wall somewhere around this first area too. Don't recall exactly. Anyway, I'm not gonna be following a guide. I'm just gonna be using both this game's sense of leading and my own common sense for where to go. Pretty sure this is the wrong way already, because Underground Reservoir is a water level, if I'm not mistaken, and we do not have any water level abilities. Whatever. Let's dead end this area just to be sure. Hey, that's not bad. Also, just to explain, if you see me hitting any empty walls, or anything like walls that don't look like they have anything on them, I just do that out of habit, because in these types of games, breakable walls do exist, and if you break them, you can find secret areas and even secret, like, items that end up being really helpful. Anyway, we can go up here, but we probably get dead-ended after a while. Let's see. Hey. Come on, ugly. Come on! Ah. There you go. And I love how he swims. It just doesn't even look like he's swimming. Like, da-da-da-da-da. Come on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is gonna dead end after this. Come on. I'm just needlessly trying to fill up this map. Which, by the way, the game does give you a map. How do you view it? Oh, this is a left. Okay. I'll be referring to it here and there. It's probably not as useful in the GBA because in DS Castlevania games that are exploration-based, you get to refer to it on the top screen, and then you get to play the game at the same time. Here it's not so convenient, so you'll have to like stop and like, okay, I'm here. I want to go left that many places. So, right. Anyway, we got the tasty meat, which is going to be a health item. I'm going to be holding on to that as long as I can. Health items you generally want to save for boss fights and tough enemy encounters. So, that said, let's see if we can get back to where I was originally. Pretty sure I have to go past those mermen fish guys that I ignored earlier. Come on. I kind of want to level up. Hey. Ah! How dare thee! Yeah, Underground Reservoir is probably going to be for not quite a... I don't know how to talk. It's not going to be for a while. Here we go. I should have gotten this way earlier. I'm a moron. So backdash, okay. Like so. I said I shouldn't have backdashed there, but... Yeah, that'll be helpful-ish, but I don't... I mean, it depends on the weapon you're using. You can cancel with backdashes. I generally just cancel by short hopping, but... We'll see. It could end up being useful. It's always nice to have in general, just because with bosses, some boss patterns... Okay. I can talk and explain. Okay. Let's try it. You know, have I explained Souls yet? Oh gosh. This is ridiculous. Okay. So I'm actually kind of trying to just find my first save points. That way I can start focusing on not dying in my first segment. That would be lovely. Okay. Yeah, axe armors are pretty self-explanatory. You just gotta avoid their waxes. You can destroy them. That's a boss room. Not feeling it right now. Oh gosh. Come on. Yeah, I thought you were tough. Okay. Cool, level up. Sweet. Now, where is the save room? Jeez. Actually, I think I know exactly where a save room is, and I was a moron and I passed it. Man, this is gonna be a recurring theme with this playthrough. Forgive me for being not the most well-versed with this. I swear I will get better with time. Hey, Skeleton! Sweet. I think Skeleton actually is a pretty good early on soul if you level it up. Because you can level up souls, so like, the Skeleton will start out pretty weak as far as a soul goes. And then if you get it leveled up, it'll get bigger, it'll do more damage, it'll be nice. It'll be sick nasty. Anyway, is this a save room? Yes, it is. I'm a moron. So save rooms are convenient because not only do you save your game, but they fully heal your magic and your HP, which gosh knows is extremely useful. Sweet, I got a bag. Fucking, I'll save after that. I'm gonna try and make an effort of showing off some of the different souls we get, but I'm not. That said, I do not use souls that much. Actually, I lied. You don't level up souls in this game. Oh gosh. I'm thinking of Dawn of Sorrow. I'm sick. So let's see what this one does. That is not good. Not using that at all. So instead, let's change our minds. Do we have any? Yeah, we have the skeleton. The skeleton is still probably pretty decent. Let's see. It's kind of like the axe. I don't like that actually. I like skeleton's bones when they're more like horizontally. I'm going to equip them. Very forgivable. Let's stick with the winged skeleton for now because it's a good standard soul, and I don't like rocking the boat too much on that one. Come on. Hey, get out of the way. Stupid. Bats are always the most annoying to me with the enemies. Alright. The first boss is coming up, I'm pretty sure. I do not even remember what it is, but I'm pretty sure it should not be too difficult. As long as I pay attention and do not get hit. Which is easier said than done at this point, or whatever. Easier said than done at this point. Okay, let's see. Oh, I don't have the thing yet. Reading scroll. He takes multiple damages from the winged spear though, so don't mind if I do. Yeah, seems like most of his attacks are... Wow, that was it, really? I did not even get a chance to say, like, my own little shitty strategy. Okay, well, I guess it's better than him being too difficult. Hard mode, everyone. Anyway, there's the map. Or at least, like, a map. So now we're gonna see bits and pieces of the castle in advance, which is convenient because it'll show us where dead ends are. It also shows where we can go if we're lost. So that'll be nice to refer to for a lot of people who are either new to the game or just want to clear out their map for 100%. It's just also convenient because it's the way the game's way of saying that there's going to be areas you're not meant to go to because like it'll show you multiple areas. Come out of here. Hey. Come on, Harvard. Ooh, I went to Scottsdale Harbor. Here we go. Yay, break the wall. And this is a magic potion, I believe? Yeah. That's gonna be a potion that we can use that'll recover our mana if it gets low and we want to use souls again. I think the Peeping Eye Soul, maybe I'm thinking of a different Castlevania game, but I know in one of them, if you equip it, it'll let you view broken walls and such. So that's kind of like a bit of a, I don't know what you call it, like a bit of an archaic hint that there's a breakable wall there. Granted, this is the first game that really introduced breakable walls. Actually, no, it's not. I think it was something in the 90s. Ah, whatever. Come on, is this lighting armor? Sweet. And it's a blue soul, which we haven't gotten yet, so now we get to show off those. Blue souls are going to be activated by pressing R. So in this case, this is going to be a soul that we can use while we're in midair and we press R, like so. It uses a little bit of magic, but it's otherwise worth it because it's going to help us maneuver around. Okay, let's just get rid of everything. You know, everything is just going to fucking destroy me today. Okay. Fortunately, this game on hard mode so far is a lot more forgiving than the other Castlevania games I played on hard mode. I was actually worried I would be totally fucking everything up, but I guess having played Portrait of Ruin and Order of Ecclesia on level 1 hard mode really has toughened up my senses to this game's style, I'll say. That said, I really cannot wait till I get some options for weapons, because I'm not loving short-range weapons. Here. Blue crow. That crow looks like white. Look at that. Maybe it's just my vision, because I have terrible vision. One thing to note as well, I don't know if I mentioned this verbatim, but every enemy in the game does have a soul. So, that's why I'm going to be killing as many enemies as I come across, because each of them can give me a special unique ability, and it's worth doing it just for experience by itself. But getting unique souls, some of them can be game-breakingly helpful. And hey, I'm one to explore the game breaks in the game. So yeah, one thing I can show off, we needed the flying arm to get past there, because if we didn't have it, whoops, yeah, like that. So the game dead ends you there and forces you to get the flying armor, which is I don't know if nice is the word, but it is a good way of encouraging you to be aware of, like, if you can't go a certain place, then you'll be able to probably traverse it later when you have the correct equipment. Certainly a game like Axiom Verge, I feel, could learn from that, but I'm just being shady now. Okay, Kyle, seriously? Thank you. Okay. Gotta love him. I think he drops a pretty good equipment item if we bother to grind for it, but I'm gonna try avoiding grinding as much as I can in this playthrough. I'm not going to be grinding for too much, if anything. I might grind for, this is a big maybe, don't quote me on this. I might consider grinding for 100% souls, depending on if, like, I'm close to it by the end of the playthrough, or, you know, if it's something that I feel like doing, to be honest, because it can take a while. Leather plate, much appreciated equipment. Beyond that, I'm going to try and do my best to at least show off most of the map. No promises on that one either, because there can be some secrets, and like I said, it's been a while, but, you know, I want to show off this game. I want to show off a lot of it, because I feel like it gets overshadowed by a lot of the DS Metroidvania games, which, understandably so, because I feel like they polished the formula. This game has some neat aspects to it that I like. I like it more than Dawn of Sorrow, I'll say that, which, I don't know if that's a controversial opinion or not. We'll see. Either way, I was about to say I'm doing pretty well in avoiding attacks, and then there we go. Okay, big butch, be that way. I should probably try enlarging my screen, because it's a little bit difficult to see projectiles when my screen is small, because I'm still using a relatively small screen that I use for Fire Emblem Let's Plays, which you really don't need too much visibility with that, but this is kind of, it's a little bit more difficult. I'll probably fix that by next segment. We'll see. Can't get that yet. Oh, what's up? I need to start canceling. That's the whole reason I'm using a controller. I was thinking to myself, like, oh yeah, I need to cancel in this game. I should use a controller. Meanwhile, I'm using a controller and I'm just bumbling around. Maybe try. I don't think I can. Nope. You need the double jump. Oh well. Probably gonna find another safe spot, and then from there I'll probably just call it a segment. I don't want these segments to go on for too long because Fire Emblem already reaches regularly 30 minutes, and that's not fun as far as editing goes. And also, I just want this to be a little bit more casual. Speaking of casual, I'm about to die. Oh gosh. Hey, Chocofunnel. I'm not a fan of these enemies. I'm pretty sure these are added retroactively into hard mode because you do not see them that often in normal mode, if I'm not mistaken. And for good reason. They're very annoying with limited capabilities. Thank you. Scarf. What does that do? Probably nothing super useful. More defense for less luck. Sure, fuck it. That's more irrelevant to me. Is there a safe spot nearby? I can't tell. Might have to find it the hard way. I'd rather not die, so... Oh, there, we can do that. There, that's learning for you. One thing to also keep in mind is that this game does tend to be fairly forgiving with regards to its save spots. So if you've gone a while without seeing one, if you look around in your area, you'll probably run into one. You don't really go into areas with like, oh, there's no save spots nearby, or oh, one-way ticket, you're fucking, you know, like, you'll typically run into an area where there should be at least one near an entrance to a new area, or one near a boss. In fact, I think like every boss area has a save spot nearby. I'd be surprised if there was one in this game that didn't. I think the only time they ever do that is for surprise boss fights, and even then, they don't. Speaking of which, come on. Hey, you thought. You fucking thought. Excuse me. Okay, why did I do that? I was gonna say something about, the art style, that's right. I was just really pointing it out here, because that art style is very gothic looking. It's really interesting too, because you do not see it in any of the later Castlevania games in general. Or at least like any of the ones that are based on Metroidvania titles. I think you may see it in like Harmony of Despair, I don't know. Maybe Lament of Innocence, I never played that one. Yeah, and then in the sequel to this game, it gets very... Instead of being gothic, it just turns straight into anime. Which, I mean, if you're into that sort of thing, you know, Godspeed, but I don't know. It doesn't work as well for me, but... So these ghosts are kind of annoying and pains in the asses. Keep an eye! When does he join the fun? Is he going to? Oh, we'll worry about that later. I'm low HP and I'd rather not have to use an item. Because I'm conservative like that. Oh! I'm gonna get a game over now. Just, I feel it. Come on. Come on. Excuse me, don't you dare. What's up? There's such a visceral feeling to just doing that. Safe spot, are you here? No, you're not. That would just be so fucking easy. Now these enemies are back because I left the room and I respawned them because God knows that's exactly how you should play this video game. Hey, I'm actually surprised his tail didn't animate. Guess he's not like really tails in his deadly spot, but whatever, I'm not complaining. Actually, was there any points I can't go up here either? Okay, I'm a moron. Never mind. Oh gosh. Another reason why I wanted to... Okay. I don't have to use that potion now, but another reason why I wanted to do this Let's Play is because it's going to be a bit more, I don't want to say unconventional, but I do want to say that, like, with Fire Emblem, a lot of my commentary and that is more like, okay, so I'm doing this, you know, this is my plan of attack, blah, 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 blah. But this is going to be very, like, stream of consciousness, and I want to get myself prepared for that type of commentary. I do want to play more games that are more than just strategy RPGs. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, strategy RPGs are fine. I just want to be able to, at a certain point, be able to, like, talk about a game without having to listen to talk about every single thing about it. So, I think this is a safe zone. No, it's not. Oh, gosh. See, this is like, there's a moral to be had here. It's called don't be a fucking moron. So, yeah, maybe I was totally wrong. Maybe they are hard on save spots. This has been like the last 10 minutes I spent looking for a save spot, and I found nothing. Oh, jeez. Maybe it's just me. One thing to note is that, oh god, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Tiny Devils, is that, oh my goodness, if they get near you, they can actually, or at least I'm pretty sure Tiny Devils can, they can actually control your movements against your will. And they can make you do stupid shit like repeatedly attack in place and leave you vulnerable to other attacks, which is god awful. It's annoying. Okay. Okay, I am doing extremely poorly. Oh man, this is exactly what I feared. Don't worry, gang, we're gonna get through this. There we go, level up. I'm definitely going to be increasing the screen size, because I could not see that archer's projectiles for the life of me. Is this a save point? There we go! Okay, kind of a rocky ending there, but bear with me. I promise things are not going to be as life or deathy. Or maybe they are, and that's why it'll be interesting. Either way, I do want to thank you for joining me on the first segment of Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. Like I said, I do want to play this just to get a better feeling for off-the-cuff commentary, so I'm going to try and get better at that. Sorry if anything was a little awkward in this first segment. But yeah, beyond that, I will see you guys next time when we look further into this castle in the eclipse of the sun, or whatever the fuck, Japanese storytelling at its finest. Am I right? Either way, see you then.